Welcome. If you're here, there's a part of you that wants reassurance. A part of you that's ready for something better, even if you're not sure how it will unfold yet. This is a space where you don't have to force belief. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to chase outcomes. You can just sit here for a few minutes and let the idea settle that the reality you want may already be forming. Take a breath. Nothing needs to be rushed. The reality you want is forming, even if you cannot see it yet, even if nothing around you looks different, even if today feels ordinary. Something is moving. You are not waiting for life to begin. You are in the middle of it rearranging. What you've been hoping for is not far away. It is aligning. There are shifts happening beneath the surface of your awareness. Conversations lining up, decisions unfolding, opportunities taking shape. You don't have to force any of it. You don't have to strain to make it real. The moment you decided something better was possible, the direction of your life began to adjust. Reality does not change all at once. It changes in layers. First in assumption, then in expectation, then in behavior, then in circumstance. You may not notice the internal shift immediately, but the fact that you are here listening means something in you already expects more. That expectation matters. You are not behind. You are not blocked. You are not forgotten. Things are moving toward you as much as you are moving toward them. You don't need to chase what belongs in your life. You don't need to prove that you deserve it. You don't need to hold tension in your body to keep it from slipping away. What is aligned with you does not require panic. It requires steadiness. Right now, steadiness is enough. The reality you want is not fragile. It is not something that disappears because you had one doubtful thought. It is not canceled because you felt tired. It is not delayed because you had a hard day. It continues forming, even while you rest, even while you question, even while you move through uncertainty. There are moments when you might look around and think, nothing has changed. But change does not always show itself immediately. Roots grow downward before anything rises above the ground. Foundations are built before structures become visible. Just because you cannot see it does not mean it is not happening. The path is unfolding in front of you in ways that only become obvious later. You will look back at this time and realize, this was the period where everything quietly shifted, where you became ready without realizing it, where your identity adjusted, where your standards lifted, where your assumptions softened. You are already becoming the version of yourself who lives in that reality. And as you become that person internally, life begins to reflect it externally. This is not about forcing positivity. It is about recognizing that your internal state shapes what feels normal. When something begins to feel natural, it begins to feel possible. When it feels possible, it begins to show up. You don't need to obsess over the outcome. You don't need to monitor the timeline. You don't need constant signs. The fact that you desire it is not random. Desire is direction. Desire is awareness of what fits you. If it resonates with you deeply, it belongs somewhere in your life. There is no invisible clock counting you down. There is no missed opportunity that cannot be replaced. Life is not that fragile. Opportunities multiply, paths open, doors appear at unexpected moments. And often, they appear when you are calm enough to walk through them. You do not have to hurry. You do not have to compress your growth. You do not have to compete with anyone else's timeline. Your life is not measured against theirs. The reality you want is not something you must earn through exhaustion. It forms when you allow yourself to believe it is possible. It strengthens when you stop arguing with it. It stabilizes when you assume it is unfolding. You can let your shoulders soften. You can let urgency ease. Not because nothing matters, but because it is already in motion. When something is already moving, it doesn't require panic to continue. Think about how much of life unfolds without your direct supervision. Your body heals small wounds without instruction. Seeds grow in darkness without applause. Weather systems shift without being watched. Movement does not depend on constant attention, and neither does alignment. You may have been taught that if you want something badly enough, you must hold onto it tightly, monitor it, push for it, prove your commitment to it. But tension does not accelerate what is meant to unfold. It only exhausts you. There is a difference between caring and clinging. Caring is steady. Clinging is fearful. Caring allows space. Clinging tries to control outcomes. Right now, you don't need to grip the future to keep it from slipping away. What belongs in your life is not that fragile. If something is aligned with who you are becoming, it will not disappear because you relaxed for a moment. It will not collapse because you had a doubtful thought. It will not withdraw because you stopped checking for signs. Reality responds more to your overall state than to a single passing emotion, and your overall state is shifting, even if subtly, even if slowly. You are not the same person you were a year ago, or even a few months ago. Your standards are different. Your awareness is different. Your tolerance for what doesn't fit is different. That shift alone changes what can enter your life. You don't always notice growth while you're inside it. Sometimes growth feels like confusion, or restlessness, or dissatisfaction with what used to be acceptable. But dissatisfaction is often a sign that you're expanding. You are outgrowing certain patterns, outgrowing certain assumptions, outgrowing certain limits. And when you outgrow something internally, your external life begins adjusting to match. That adjustment period can look like stillness, can look like nothing happening. But underneath that appearance, structures are rearranging, people are repositioning, circumstances are shifting, paths are being redirected. You don't need to micromanage that process. You don't need to map every detail. You only need to remain available to what is forming. And availability feels different than urgency. It feels open, steady, receptive. It feels like trusting that what is meant for you does not require constant pursuit. When something is already in motion, the most powerful thing you can do is stop interfering with it through fear. You don't need to hurry the unfolding. You don't need to compress the timeline. You don't need to prove that you want it badly enough. If it aligns with you, it is already moving closer, and you are already moving toward it. The version of you who has what you want is not desperate, not frantic, not doubting every step. That version is steady. That version trusts, and you are already stepping into that steadiness. Even now, even in small ways, even in the quiet decision to stay open. You are not late. You are not stuck. You are not overlooked. You are in the middle of formation. The reality you want is forming around you, because you are forming into the person who can hold it. And that process does not need to be rushed. It needs to be allowed. So let it continue. Let life arrange itself. Let alignment happen without constant interference. Let good things approach you. They are closer than you think. You do not have to see the entire path to know it exists. You do not have to understand the timing to trust it. It is enough to know that movement is happening. Even now, especially now, the reality you want is forming. All is working.